Hi, I'm KC, and I'm a survivor, and this is where my journey started. When I was younger, we lived up in northwest Iowa by Okoboji area, so we played a lot of mini golf, or we'd go to the lakes. A lot of sports, baseball, basketball, football, main three.
He was never afraid of anything. We were at the pool one summer and he asked if he could jump off the high dive. I don't even know if he was 2 years old yet. But he was always very happy, very sweet, very cuddly. I just wanted him to grow up to be happy and healthy.
I was in third grade. I would have been, I think, 7. My mom met him online, and he was a teacher and coach out in Iowa. My mom worked nights as a nurse at the med center, and I'd stay with him on the night before. My mom would come up the next morning after she off work. He would watch me shower, and then from there he'd shower with me and then make me wash him, and just got worse and worse over the years.
I remember when he told me, I think just disbelief and shock, quickly followed by panic, just not knowing what to do. I remember I called my dad. He must have told me to call the police because that's what I did.
I was assigned Casey's report back in 2016. Casey was an 11-year-old boy who had been sexually abused by his stepfather. My first job as a detective is to reach out to the parent. So I reached out to Casey's mom.
Shannon called me. I know I wouldn't have gotten through that without her. I just remember her telling me, you did everything you were supposed to, because that's still something that is hard for me. I struggle with just feeling guilty, and I was like, what are you talking about? And she said, you believed him.
Casey, when he came in here, he only walked through those doors because his mother believed him.
I remember the first time I came here, it was the interview and then the forensic interview. I'm sure I was pretty angry, short-tempered, mean-mugging everybody, arms crossed.
In our line of work, it appears that male victims, they struggle a lot more with sharing. So initially in the interview, he didn't want to talk a whole lot, but eventually opened up. And he did an amazing job. He was very detailed. He was able to recall a lot of the sexual abuse that had occurred to him, and it had been occurring for the last 2 years. It took an enormous amount of strength for him to open up in that forensic interview at 11 years old.
And I always told him, this is up to you. I'm not going to push you to do this. And he always just said, Mom, I have to. I can't let this happen to anybody else.
The Bible app on your phone will give you a verse a day, but I never had mine turned on. I never had the notifications on. But the morning of my testimony, I got one on my phone, and it was Genesis 50:20, which says, you intended to harm me, but God intended for good, the saving of many lives, what is being done through his will. So the only reason I'm doing this is just so others can be saved, because found out there was a lot of kids before me that this happened to. 4 school districts, I think 8 total boys before me, which is really what just solidified the whole point of doing this, not for me, but for them. And so I got that tattooed on my chest.
He had a lot of reservation about the trial, because not only do they have to be brave enough to come in and tell perfect strangers their story, now they have to face their abuser.
A lot of the time on the stand just tried to make me seem like I was making up, showed me all the cards that I wrote for him on Father's Day and stuff like that, because he was the father I didn't always wanted during the day, and the monster at night.
Casey endured an entire day on that stand, and he did it. His abuser was sentenced to 55 to 85 years. Well, his abuser was in his 40s at that time, so that's pretty much a life sentence.
I'm so grateful because of how important Project Harmony is and how much it means to Caden.
Without Project Harmony, I would have given up a long time ago. and a lot sooner before I even finished the trial. Wouldn't have happened without this place.
He asked me, he goes, well, what do you think about me volunteering at Project Harmony? And so I said, well, why don't we just try it for a day? And he's been here ever since. But I knew the stubborn, angry little boy that I used to sit with would make it, and he did. And I don't think he knows now, by sharing his story, how impactful it's gonna be for other victims, especially male victims. He's an amazing man, putting himself through medical school. He's overcome so much, and I am very proud of him.
I have a really strong connection to this place. I didn't have any hope, and this is where it all started.